Today we are in Chesterfield County, South Carolina, right outside of a little town called Mount Croghan. We are here at HogBear Hollow at a mill pond with a grist mill on it. And today we're going to learn about making grits and cornmeal, and we're going to meet the gentleman that runs this place. But right after this station, identification. Hugh Neisler.
Yeah.
And how long? And you bought this mill in the 70s?
1975.
Yeah. So there's an art to making grits. There's an art to making grits.
I don't know about that. It's just not many people doing it anymore.
That's a fact.
Well, you can buy a little old metal. They're real small.
Yeah.
I've never fooled one, but I know you can get them.
Here's a diagram of what the mill looked like before he started refurbishing it.
Yeah, you're welcome looking in them pictures.
Now, there's an iron wheel in here now, but originally this mill had a wooden turbine, and this is actually it. It's all hand carved. And how he can document that it was originally a wooden turbine is he found it in the creek right at the bottom of the dam. That's pretty cool, because this thing was originally in two parts and bound with a iron band, but it was all hand carved.
See, this when this turns, this shakes this.
Mm-hmm.
And you regulate the height of this on how fast you want to feed the corn.
Right, and because it's square, when it hits it, it actually shakes the corn. Yeah.
You'll see it. Now this is my improvement on it. They used to just pull the nail out, and well, I just work this and I'll have to pull the nail out. That works. Okay. Here's been there, and then the wheel, it'll start choking the wheel down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it also changes the slower it grinds, the more cornmeal you make and less grits you make.
Mm-hmm.
See, what you do, you grind grits and sift it, and you get about 60% cornmeal and about 40–45% grits. Depends on the corn and a lot of stuff. But you very seldom ever get more grits than you do cornmeal.
Yeah. So you have put that mirror there.
Yeah, see, I'm sitting down here, so
while you're sitting,
yeah,
you can actually see it through the mirror.
Yeah, I can see what's doing down in there. That makes a lot of difference, because that tells me to slow up the speed. Or
yeah. So this was the first grits that y'all ground when y'all bought the mill?
Yeah. Right.
Somewhere in the late 70s?
The first corn we ground, that was too coarse to make grits.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, how about that? So the hopper is full of corn.
I got a picture of that thing underneath it, and whoever I got this from called it a shoe.
Shoe.
But now I had somebody here call it something else, but it looks like a shoe.
Uh-huh.
That'll work.
So when we're grinding grits,
We're gonna grind grits
or,
and
or
cornmeal.
we're grinding grits or cornmeal,
It'll be both.
you do it when the corn is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you just don't take corn off the cob when it's just been picked.
Well, you got.
Because it'd be kind of slimy, wouldn't
No,
it?
you can't, and it takes what they call dent corn or flint corn.
Uh-huh.
If you get so far north, the dent corn won't grow, and they grow flint corn. But this is dent, and the difference between this and what you buy, as far as I can tell, is of course when you get this, everything's in it. You get the germ and everything.
Right.
And the germ's where the oil is.
Mm-hmm.
If they take that out of it, then you don't get that in what you buy.
Right.
And I don't know whether they bleach it or not, but this would be just as white as what you buy, except there are little black specks in it. And what that is, you can see between the kernel and the cob, there's a little membrane.
Right.
And when it dries, it turns dark, and that's them little black specks you see in it.
Right.
And of course, when you cook this, you need to wash it. And the way you wash it is you put however much you're gonna cook in your pot, fill your pot up, stir it real good, and then pour off all the water and everything that floats.
Mm-hmm.
And do that three times. That's the chaff. The chaff will float.
Ah.
Then when you get through, you just cook it like regular grits.
Okay.
All the water.
So that is the
That's the cage you're seeing. You can't see the water wheel, but it's under that cage.
yes, that's the cage, and then the water wheel is inside of there.
Right.
So that's just a wooden gate, and the water, of course, it's not watertight, but the water's escaping under it.
Right.
But if you open it up where a lot of water comes under there, then it will turn the wheel.
Yeah. This thrust bearing is stationary on this shaft, but it'll turn. Well, when you lift that up, that point I showed you on that piece of steel, that saddle sits on it, and that saddle goes out under them rocks.
Right.
And that's what controls that top rock.
But the bedrock here,
It's
the bedrock
stationary.
doesn't move. The
That's
top
right.
rock moves, and you adjust the height. You adjust how much pressure's down on it, depending on what you're milling.
Yeah, how wide the slot is.
Exactly.
Right. And incidentally, around this hole in this wall, I got it boxed in with a 2x4 way around it. It's got a lip sticking out where it's just wood.
Uh-huh.
In the back of that gate, I got it covered with a piece of stainless steel.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think it'd be easy to raise and lower, but it ain't.
Yeah.
There's a lot more pressure on that tube than you realize.
Right. Now, can you hear that water gushing through now?
That's right.
You wanna look down in there?
So you're going to raise a little more.
Lift this little thing right here. Yeah, lift that up.
So that water's coming through there now.
I got down there one time.
Uh-huh.
One.
Yeah.
No more. The big fire on the side. I said, I'm not going down
You
there.
don't do. Yeah, I see it now. It's kind of wanting to go there.
I'm gonna start it right now with this thing. I'm gonna raise the gate a little bit and then
Right.
I'll set it back down.
So you're going to turn this, and that opens it. That separates the stone a little bit, correct? So basically, what you're doing there is you're separating the stones,
Right, taking a little bit of.
and now that bad boy's moving around.
Once you get that stone going, that weight's a big old flop wheel.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's already coming through. So,
I gotta see it, get the coarseness right. And that what's on top is grits, and what goes through is cornmeal.
Oh, okay. So the cornmeal is all at the same time. So the cornmeal's on the top because the cornmeal goes to the bottom because it's more finer.
Right. You got
Or if I got it the other way around.
Oh, that's right.
This is grits.
That's right.
And the cornmeal is finer and it goes to the
You
bottom.
see, all this stuff is what floats off.
Yeah.
It's chaff
Right.
when you wash it.
It's up against the square part of the shaft there, and it's shaking it down in there kind of automatically. And he uses his sight glass there so he can make sure it's not overloading. So he's got this thing worked out where it goes a speed that he can work it by opening the gate to allow the right amount of water to go through. And that way, while he's making the cornmeal and grits, he can keep up with it. These metal plates are over here because mice, he has it. Yeah, they try to chew through there to get the cornmeal, but now he's lined it with metal now, but here's a hole where the rats have chewed. There's some big rats. So now you're slowing the water down or stopping it. This is a machine to take the chaff. This is a machine to take the chaff out of the grits.
Right.
So basically the chaff is the hole
Yeah, you can see it. You can't.
that was around the grits, yeah, and you can see it falling out there. That's the real coarse part you don't want to eat.
Well, it won't.
But it don't digest very well either.
Enough for 2 bags.
Okay.
Oh, you might not. And it's got a cornbread recipe in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that tells you how to wash it. So I'll put this in here for you. And you got a picture of the grist mill on there.
How about that?
Uh,
What is that?
That's a bear.
That's a bear.
Supposed to be a
I
bear.
swear it looks like a rat.
Well, that's a ratty bear.
A ratty bear.
Yeah.
That's a hog bear.
And you need to keep this stuff refrigerated, or we will.
Well, I sure enjoyed our trip here to HogBear Hollow. I hope you did too. If you did, be sure to go down and give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to tell your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.